breathing.
Oops. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Pay It Forward stream. I know I forgot to add myself directly into, but anyway, hello. Hey, hello to the 104 of these. I can't believe I've done 104 Pay It Forward streams. It's crazy of um, how much I've done, and second of all, it's just plain awesome for all the people I've gotten to meet throughout this whole experience. So I'm glad you're here to join me. Oops. Well, no, we'll do fine with that. So a few things to get to explain what there before we go forward. What the Pay It Forward stream is where I go around on Rumble. I show some love. I say hello. I do all the niceties, and some people say hello back. Some people don't, and that's okay either way, because it's all about paying it forward without expecting anything in return. I think, to some regard, some people expect something in return for either giving you money or giving you their time. But if again, like I said, if they don't see me or if they don't notice, that's okay. We move on to the next person, because there's always someone else. There's always more people to try to get to, because it's a lot of people. But it's really just showcasing who Rumble has on their platform in the all live stream section, because as of the moment, Rumble's discoverability is not so good. So I do what I do and trying to showcase those people off, and we have a fun time out of it. And of course, like it says, my guest Andrew will be coming in around 8 p.m. Eastern. So we're gonna do all the fun stuff and then more fun with him after, because it's always fun to get to converse with other people. But let's see, hold on. But also, not to forget that we don't stop by 24/7 streams, except for one who I know, and I'll let you know them once we stop by them. But let's get this baby started. All right. And then I need to bring it up. There we go. Now I need to put myself in the corner. Put myself in the corner right up here. So this is where we're at. We're starting at all the live category sort of area. And yeah, we're gonna see who's happening or what's happening really. Cause there's so many people that stream and stuff on Rumble. Mostly, I mean, it's not mostly streamers, but to the digress of, it can seem that way. All right, here we go. And this is the last page as of right now. So we'll see. Let's do this one. Let's see what this one's about. It looks like a racing one. The Monaco manual. Oops.
World. And then I thought, well, of course, Monaco's lost.
Ooh, sounds English. How long has he been going? 5 minutes, so he's not been going that long. Sounds bloody English. All right, can we
win at Monaco? And of course, as the thumbnail shows and this beautiful background shows,
hey, what up, Andrew?
ladies and gentlemen,
see you soon. Take your time, man.
The
Take your time.
MP4/6 McLaren in the hands of the legend Ayrton Senna. Hey, look, it's really good to have you. Hopefully you're doing well wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, my name is JJ. The whole point of this channel is I am not next level, though I can sometimes do some cool stuff. It's more about taking things to the next level, finding a challenge, and then pushing ourselves through that. So, hey, if you want to join, if you want to be part of this,
hey, look, there I am. I'm right up there.
Don't be shy. Head over to nextleveljj.com. All the info you need is over there. And, of course, the amazing music is provided by Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Go check them out. Link should be in the description. If not, they're on Spotify. Okay, so I want to quickly just touch on what this car is about. All right. So
Oh, well, he's up
what do
there.
we have? McLaren
He's a car
MP4
hobbyist, that's for certain.
6.
He
So
likes
this
his
car was
cars.
made in 1991 or
We'll give him
driven for the
till the.
1991 season. And
I
importantly,
think we'll
the
give him
two
till the
people that
8-minute
drove
mark
it was Ayrton Senna and Gerhard Berger. And
sometimes they
so, yeah, one of
multi-stream to
the
different places.
last
But my
brilliant
chat did appear up there,
V12s.
so
It was
we'll
a Honda
see.
engine, so I thought it's correct for me to wear my old Red Bull shirt, which is still when Honda and Red Bull were buddies.
Oh,
But yeah,
that doesn't sound good. When they were
725
still buddies, what does
horsepower,
that mean? It
rev to
means they aren't anymore.
13,500
Oh, dang
RPM,
it.
and later in the season,
Son of
14,800.
a
So
biscuit.
she was a screamer. They also ran on Goodyear tires. Now, talking about the actual Grand Prix, so as I mentioned, that this was the last time
Remember,
a
it's
proper
French,
manual
so you gotta say
won
Grand
the Monaco
Prix.
Grand Prix. And so
Grand
in
Prix.
1991, it was a 78 lap race. Pole position was by Ayrton Senna. And then, of course, he went ahead and won it. So it was Senna's fourth victory from the first 4 races. So this car was very dominant. In fact, hang on, let me scroll down here quickly. 18 races, 8 wins, 19 podiums, 10 poles, and 5 fastest laps. Now, in compared to today, it's not necessarily that unbelievable for somebody to have got those stats. But remember, in those days, engines blew all the time. Reliability was the number one reason why drivers didn't win world championships. It was just, the reliability that we have today is almost.
But anyway, that's sort of how I do it. Let's go to page 37. Page 37. Bow, bow now. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Now, some of the music ones are usually the ones that are 24/7. There are nature ones that are 24/7. Really, really have to be careful. Because you never know, and that's why I always check the stream time. The stream time will tell you how long they've been on. If it says it's been on for days, then you know that they've been on for days. So there is that. I'm just seeing what we got. I do like a little Mario. It's me, a Mario. What up, dude? You got it, dude. Can't forget the good old Full House, Fuller House. No, Full House, that's right. There we go. Wahoo! Yahoo!
Hey, DaraMuth. Thank you for the Rumble rant. I think it's not picking up your picture, but oh well. Whee! Actually, just got started today too.
Which Roadkill! Hey, Roadkill, what's happening? What's happening? Can you not freeze? Ugh. Despise it. I despise it. That's okay, though.
Grab this. This is the first one.
The first one?
Playing with.
Whilst since I've played any of them. Then again, I no longer have a Switch. Hey! There we go. And then we put a little. Oh,
all the mushrooms within one life.
Ooh.
It might have actually been might not have been a terrible place.
Oh man. It's like your part where it keeps freezing up. Can we?
It might have actually since the Wii, but I just never played through them. Since I'm such an achievement hunter guy, once achievements got their claws into me on the 360, I just didn't play my Wii much.
Nice. Hey, thanks, Roadkill. Oh, thank you, Tan. All right, see you later. See you later, Roadkill. But thank you, much appreciated. Gotta write that up for the man himself, Mr. Sunshine. Had him on before. Oops, nope, I haven't filled out yet. Gotta do the whole thing. -101. There you go, good sir. Thank you so much for that. All right, and have fun whatever you're doing. But thank you again, good sir. But yeah, no, glad to do so because because there are people who do their own thing, which is fine. But to the extent I do it, I don't think I've seen someone do it to that extent. But everyone has different stipulations and stuff like that for why they do it. We need to get moving on. Ooh.
Since I can't get hit once, I might as well.
Oh, I thought he would get that mushroom.
Woohoo! At least it shouldn't be too difficult to defeat.
It's you, Mario.
Yep, you have a good one, and if I don't see you, if you don't come back again tonight, you have a good weekend.
Yeah, it's been so long. So very long. Whoa! Alright. Out the way we go. Page 35. Page 35. It looks like a crap zone. A Dilaris. Racing. Gamers haunt. None of the cringe. Oh. Let's see. Let us see. I want to see about this one.
Close.
It's the zombie. Are you ready?
Not bad. All right.
Ready?
Is it the fat guy, police guy?
Fat guy,
No.
police guy. I like
Are
that.
you ready?
Fat guy, police guy. I don't know what game this is.
Alright, he's done. Keep going.
He's at a few other places.
I'm dead.
Alright, I got them. You dead because you died? You fall?
Oh, he's
No,
playing
because
7
I
Days to
agreed
Die.
with the zombie.
Oh.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I managed to get him. Holy, it's getting spicy now. Well, this should be the last. Yeah, this is probably the last part of it. But that one was easy. I faced like a butcher.
We'll give him till.
I got a book for you.
We'll give him till the 2-minute mark. He may or may not see me. That's okay.
Got at the bottom top.
I'm drinking it.
Let me know when you're here.
I'm here.
I haven't
The
played
funny
7
part,
days.
I haven't come across both.
I haven't played 7 days.
Oh, the
of
whole way
Die in
around.
forever.
Yeah. There's where are they?
Well, no, I haven't come across any duct tape.
Husband and wife
Okay.
surviving till the end of the
I might
night.
have to reset
This
this map,
summer,
honestly. Just
7
log out and
days to
reset again,
die.
because it's just. And then I need to break the 2 boxes. I already got that.
The 2 boxes. It's been a long time, baby. Long time. Break it.
Nothing exciting.
Oh, that's
Some
something.
painkillers.
Painkiller, hey, painkillers is good.
Here, I got some stuff for you.
Painkillers is good.
That's.
Alright, well, we stayed long enough, but I
where
hope they
was I
have
looking?
fun for the rest of it. It really is a nice game to play. It's just, it can be devastating depending what level you play it at. So, alright, next page. Let's get to the next page. Well, we have some good choices here. But, Mr. Hardcore mode this summer. Mr. Hardcore goes all the way. He gets super hardcore. We'll check him out.
Altered the clothes to hide more of her. You gave her boots? Why the fuck is she wearing boots? She had high heels on in the previous game. You're hiding the cooch. Why the fuck are you hiding?
I don't know what game he's talking about. Ow. Mr. Hardcore, don't get so hardcore. Glad to. Once you call yourself Mr. Hardcore, you gotta live up to that. Can we not? Can we just have Can we just have a stream that just keeps going?
If Cash Patel and Vin Diesel had a baby, this is their face. Oh my fucking god, it's on point. Yo, is that small dick print on the chick to the right? No, guys, I don't think that there's. Bro, I'm just saying they used a male body, and then they just barely even worked on the feminine sort of body. The shoulders, what the fuck are we doing? The neck, what the fuck are we doing? The chest, completely flat. All of the women are flat.
All
completely flat.
Completely flat.
Absolutely fucking. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do.
But I don't know what game is he speaking on though. It feels like it's The Witcher, but could it be the Conan as well? I wonder. Oh, that's.
Like to be fucked with. My nudes now. I'm just kidding.
It's a nice desktop
I'm
though.
just kidding. Am I?
What game is this? Gothic remake?
This is what we're gonna do.
Blood Rain.
This is what we're gonna do.
Stellar Blade Blood Rain. Using Chrome.
Go over here.
Using Chrome.
We're gonna go straight to fucking.
Hey,
who are the?
With Game Fest. I didn't even watch it, so I wouldn't know. How are you doing, Kismet? All right, well, we're gonna leave because he's busy, and
it depends. Will it be released on PC? Were you not fucking?
We're gonna get out of there before he gets all smackety smack. What was that? What was that again? Yeah, but I'm not the I didn't watch it. I really have never had interest in like, oh, look at these new games coming out. Wow. Hey, look at what Steam has with all its games. Almost some of its games are on sale. Oh wow, what game's on sale again? I have so many games that I've had from a sale on Steam. I'm done. I can't no more. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got. Autistic Zombie Hunter, what up?
There.
Gotta stop by.
Everybody to get done. I mean,
Going south. I'm about to be there.
Yeah, just go ahead without me. I'm doing
He got.
authentication
He's the
stuff
one.
so I can
Who,
log into
Autistic
my
Zombie Hunter is the one. He
Kick
got
account.
the $100
I don't
gifted
use it on
subs.
my phone, so I have to like log in like a new.
AZH.
Okay, view my channel.
Oh yeah, that happens. Like if you're like a week inactive on your phone, you have to keep re-signing in. It's annoying. Even though it says keep me signed in, it won't.
you signed in for 30 days? Yeah, it don't.
It won't.
Okay, gift a sub.
Maybe a week.
Pay
Wait,
now.
There we go.
Give me a minute.
Hope you have your desert gear on in the desert.
You should always have it on.
I think we gave you desert gear last time. I don't remember.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, this
We did a
desert's
couple.
fun.
Big place.
It's got a few buildings connected.
Hello, Daramuth. Welcome. Good to see you.
Heck in a
Thanks
while,
for
how you guys
stopping by.
doing?
Thanks for the
My
$2
balloons.
rant. You didn't need to do that.
My balloon was wobbly. It was awesome.
Alright, I don't know why it won't let me give the sub right now to you, Silver, but I will get that because I tried it on the app. It doesn't let you do it. I tried it on the mobile website. It didn't let me do it. I tried it on the regular website. You saw it wasn't accepting the payment thing. We're going to go ahead and let me try one more thing, and then we'll give up if that doesn't work for now, but we'll get it to you for the month.
For now.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, if you like them, I haven't done emo making the stream in a minute, but I will definitely be doing them again at some point, and I would be happy to do some things. I just make no promises on quality because I am a derp, but they are free, so you know. So we go.
Let's throw in a slice of cheese.
I'll just stand still at the moment because I'm trying to figure out something to kick, and it is difficult.
Balloon, you are very slow. Come on now.
So go here.
Yeah, lie down. So,
There we go.
Oh my lord. They just keep coming.
Well, too big anyway. That's funny.
Huh? Oh, you're above me.
I just got here.
Well. That's right. I remember the music that is happening is
Yeah, I'm just kind of preluding the blue.
provided by someone he knows or likes, he enjoys following. One of the two, I couldn't remember. But we stopped by that stream a while ago, so four
Jesus
go.
Christ. That one went flying. Hello, Big Mama. Oh, that's the first time I've...
All right. Well, I'm gonna stay very long because other people to see.
Huh? Oh, you're above me.
I just got here.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm just kind of preluding the blue.
Oh, you guys! I think you guys are going live soon too.
Jesus Christ. That one went flying. Hello, Big Mama.
Oh. No, they had a hot air
So
balloon.
the kick thing isn't letting me send a payment. It is what it is. Worst case scenario, I will set it up with a different card that I don't usually connect to the internet, but I think I can set up a
Wow, they have a hot air balloon
virtual
in
card
7 Days
on
to
there.
Die. That's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, thank you for stopping by, Daramuth. If anyone is interested in, I think you mostly do podcasts, check out Daramuth over on Rumble as well.
Oh, come on now.
I'm much smaller on Rumble than Kick. Not that I'm big on Kick, but
He's
If
huge
any-
on Kick. Let me tell you how huge he is. He's huge.
I have like I have 7 viewers, which is I think above average for Han.
She.
Very
Oh, they're
huge.
getting the little witches.
I used to be in the double digit
Having
club for a
trouble
little bit back when
finding
I was
our
streaming
thumbnail,
every
though.
day.
Yeah, that
But
sucks.
now I have jobs.
Hey, when it happens.
Hey, Dirk, we might need you here in a minute.
This is going
Uh,
so hard for no reason.
Where you guys at? Let me see.
Well, we did have 2 witches, so.
I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
I know he does the Rumble.
What the fuck?
I'm
But the
pretty sure
mission
does
not
the
even
kick. You
started
just said
either.
kick.
Lord.
Don't worry, me and my
Yes,
dinner bell
battle.
are on the way.
You
don't
leave that
even
bill
need it.
in here. I'm
You
going.
don't
Whoa.
need it.
You always need it.
It's been more active
Din,
here than when you
din,
ring the
din,
dinner bell.
din.
It's nutty here.
I always did long enough. And next page. Next page. That's a lot of. There's a lot more people, but it's always gotta be. Always gotta be careful on how to tell, cause some people do a 24/7 stream and they don't label it correctly. Now this one is labeled correctly, 24/7 funny viral animals, blah 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 blah. So you know that's 24/7, but like some they don't say it and you don't know. So there's that. Tetsu. What is this?
It's weird.
Ash the Oracle.
It is, and I know we're at an hour and 27 minutes, so I don't know if you're needing to go, because you have a show or anything to do.
Yeah, I have kids
Interesting.
currently escaping outside.
They're escaping.
Well, my little
They're like dinosaurs. He's using StreamYard, by the way.
Yeah.
How we can tell is because of this.
my,
right there.
my Ferg boys are down at my feed saying, "Yo,
Feed me."
it's dinner time."
Dinner
Yes.
time.
Yeah, they want food. My cat feeds herself.
Yeah, I have one dog. If I put down a bag of food and said, "You eat a cup of this a day," you can,
don't
eat
think he'll see it.
accordingly. You know how much is always in your bowl. I would come
Mm.
back to an empty bag, no matter how big
I was
that
just
bag
gonna say
was.
that. No. I literally would fill my dog's dog bowl
Gotta
and
put
just
that
be like,
because
"Here's
on
your food for
StreamYard,
the
and StreamYard
day."
doesn't see it.
Have
Hey,
at
what
it.
up? What up, Neuro? How you doing?
But no, thank you for coming on. I had a great time talking with you, and
hour and a half.
This was so much fun. I'm definitely going to get you on Nightmare Road. That's for sure.
well, thank you. I'd be honored to be on.
This is exactly how we are.
I may or may not bring the fa-fa effect.
Do it. Oh my God, please do.
You may or may
I'll
not see it.
borrow a cowboy hat to, even look the part, and then I'll do the fa-fa-fa. Thank you,
So you're
Terry. It
streaming
was
to
awesome meeting you and
YouTube
knowing that we're
and-
from the
and
same
Rumble.
state.
Yeah.
Kinda
Or
wild.
was from the same state.
Yeah, it's wild. Thank you, Jason.
The Oracle. Ash the Oracle.
So,
Michael,
one last message for you before we go. And no, it's not a question, it's an actual message. And it's not the fa effect.
Darn. Wanted to hear
But,
it too. What up,
no, in
American?
all honesty, from my heart
Conrad, thank
and the
you.
heart of my shows
Thank you,
to you,
Americas.
thank you for what you're doing for humanity. It's
Aw.
seen, felt, and heard, and so thank you.
It's no problem. Thank you for having me. This was amazing. We definitely need to talk more.
Aw.
Yes, and to everybody that's watching, make sure you follow her on her channels.
Yeah, like I said,
and
he has
follow my
StreamYard, and
channels because
sometimes
you never know when
and
we'll be
majority of the
appearing
time
on each
StreamYard
other's
doesn't see the
channels.
Rumble stuff, so
So
there's
with that,
but that's a
I'm
Rumble
going to say
issue,
goodnight to everybody.
and they're
Have
ending
a
anyway.
wonderful.
But hope they have a good rest of their night and a weekend. Oh, this one's gonna be interesting, cause it looks like Green. Why is there two? Why is there two of the same person? Why? Why is that? Ooh, art creators. Hey, thank you for that, Neuro. Everybody be looking out for the Neuro, master of mods and hijinks. I hear he gets up to mischief once in a while, but that's hearsay. That is not always what it is. But all right, well, let's stop by silver. I think I've been by silver before. I'm not sure. Yep, I've been by silver before. We'll say hello. I would have said hi ho silver, but I didn't want to do that.
One down. One down.
What up?
He's over here.
A baby come back. Now you wanna out on me. Da, 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 da. And I just can't live without you. But,
Yo, what's up, Darren? I see you out there. Appreciate that $2 dono.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'll be right back. Back in the flash.
Oh, back in the flash. It's gonna be back in the flash.
Back in the flash.
All right. I've never played Art Graders. I know a lot of people like playing it, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Do the like, follow, and repost. Neuro, for as long as I've known you doing this thing, you've really upped your changing how you say things. I think Neuro, you're growing up. That's what they call it anyway. You say you're growing up. Neuro's growing up and he's saying all the words. All the words. Well, we're not gonna stay this long, too long. All right, my dude. Enjoy your night and have fun. Yeah, because I'm not gonna wait till he gets back. There are more people. I've only got so much time before my guest gets here. Okay. But anyway, all right. Well, and that is the hit page 30. Okay, so I did say there's one 24/7 stream that I do promote, and the one I do is, of course, the Great Underground. Now, if you've not known the Great Underground or whatever, they're a husband and wife that live in Las Vegas. They are indie artists, underground indie underground, and they work with other indie underground artists. I've had them on a few times before. Great people, doing their own thing with music, and yeah, I know. I promote it because I know the people behind it. Like most of the time, you won't know who's behind the channel. You won't know who's behind, another music thing like the medieval one. You won't know. You don't know who Dozak, whatever the name is, Dozaku, whatever it is. But with this one, I do know, and I promote with this. And basically, if you were to listen to their stream, it is 24/7. But if you're listening to stream, it's basically just other artists they work with, and their own work. I think is added as well. I'm not sure the ratio, but I do know that they. I do know that they do work with other indie artists and all that stuff. Because the last time I had them on, they were actually having a guest over their house, and they were going to work on something. So it was getting to that point in time where I had to end the show because they were getting to something. But they're really great people, and I look forward to being able to have them on again when time allots it. So have a good one, The Great Underground, and I shall see you next time. But the rest of the page, no. Y'all sunk a donkey. A donkey puck. That's what I think to do is a donkey puck. Or as Colonel Potter would say, horse hockey. Gotta love MASH. Nope. Another 24/7 stream page. Wow. Oh, same of the same thing. Oh, more of the same thing. Sorry. Da. Bacon Chatelet bacon cult. That is funny. That'd be interesting to see a bacon cult. We'll see this one. 15 days? Heck no. Heck no. That's when you know it's not. There's no one there. It's just streaming 24/7. Nope. Not good. Not good. We get that one. I think. Raft with Morgue. This summer. Well, we got yes, we got this page down here is worth looking at, but yeah, the rest of it was just bumbling crap. Live crap. Handsome streamer by the blind on rival. Okay, he got my attention with that one. That was pretty funny. You gotta give it to that one. Voted most handsome by the blind.
It's alright, it's just quick play, dude. Who cares? You know?
That's too funny.
When it comes down to it.
We'll see if he sees us.
Freedom's an idea that will never die.
Oh, gosh, dang it. Cracker Jacks. Did it? Can I just not have
Spider-Man. Crazy team.
DC.
Hey, who cares? It's quick play, who cares?
Does it sound,
What's sold in my eBay shop?
Does it sound Irish?
I fight for more than a flag. I fight for an idea. One bigger than all.
You know, him saying I don't fight for a flag, I fight for an idea, and this skin just doesn't fit.
He's an American, everyone.
Name of game, Marvel Rivals.
Willie sees. We'll go till the 18-minute mark.
The battle starts in 5.
Because again, depending on what program they use, they may not see the chat.
2, 1.
I say may as a hedging bet. May. It's gonna be May. Hey, I'm back. System crashed out for a minute. That sucks. Plus, with all those tabs you have open, I'm not surprised.
Huge of Groot there to block off the healers.
Bippity bop, bippity boppity boo. Lend itself to its destination. I have not played Marvel Rivals at all, but I know a lot of people enjoy Marvel Rivals. I haven't even played Fortnite in a while. That's how little time I have or remember to even play a game at all. What weekend? Oh, I get a weekend? Oh, never mind. No, I enjoy what I do though. I do. I'm not gonna complain on that part. But we stayed long enough. Hope you enjoyed Semesters. I did like his title though. That was pretty funny.
Oh, that thing's not very good.
All right, next. Page 24. Next. Gotta get that. Sorry. Let me take it from the top. Next. We're going to the next page. Hold on. All right. So I don't stop by people I've stopped by before. So we've already stopped by Mofongo. So we're not going to stop by him again. Oh, look at that VTuber. Let's do that. Hey, well, thank you. On kick. Where was he at? What? Oh, the VTuber, yep. There we go. It looks like they're doing... They've been on for like hour 20 minutes. Let's say our hello. Let's Oh, come on. I dislike when that happens. Nope, glad to. Wonder what program he's using. To stop by for the.
I'm pretty okay with that.
Ooh, nice.
It's still pretty croquet ball-esque.
Croquet ball.
But at least now it's the right size.
It's the right size.
Or at least better on size.
Better. We'll see if he sees. Make him till the 25-minute mark. Where else? Okay, Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. Oh, okay. It's on YouTube and Twitch as well. Don't know if we'll see you here on Rumble, but it's worth a shot. It's worth that shot.
Oh.
Yes.
I just lost all those edits.
What? How could he lose all those edits? How? Well, he is a hamster, so he is a hamster. Oh, it says dog ball, but looks like it's called Ace Sprite. I don't know what that. I'm guessing that's the name of the program or something. But all right, well, we stayed long enough. I did type something in this chat. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's right. There we go. All right, I typed something in his chat. We'll see. It doesn't look. Oh, I should have noticed that his thing's down there. Dumb make game. I wonder what the game is that he's making.
Curious, are we still being chased?
Yes, you are.
Because if that's the case, this whole save file is done.
It's donezo. It's done. Rumble. All right. Well, I've given him long enough. I don't know. I don't know what game this is. If it's his game that he's making, or if it's another game he's playing. I have no idea. Rivale? Huh. But anyway, all right. We've stayed long enough. I hope Mr. Hamster get what he's looking for. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. There's a lot of stuff. Da-da-da. Let's see what we got. We got to see what we got. Who we gonna? Ooh, Hillbilly and Steph, the Scott take on Arc. Okay, I want to see this one. Well, look at that. I don't know if he's Scottish or not. It's been 3 hours, so it's not too bad.
Wow, we didn't get shot out there around. Oh man.
Shit, right?
Sounds American. Hello.
Oh shit! I had one.
How are you? Oh gosh darn it!
That's alright. And that damn chicken's hungry.
That chicken's gonna get roasted.
What I do most of the time, I'm by myself.
I'm having a great day, man. Hope you are too, bro.
Find the Lux balloons and just go hit the basket.
He saw
us. Crappy food for 40 rounds.
What's that now? The Lush Baskets.
The Lush Balloons event.
Okay.
There's like little baskets laying or around the map, and you open it up. It's got all kinds of
around the map.
everything in there that you can see scrap.
Combined
Yeah, I'm
chat.
not
Yeah,
familiar with that
yeah, I
one.
know. Same with StreamYard.
gotta
StreamYard
have
usually
more of
doesn't
that.
see
So I need
Rumble
2 more
rants,
walk
so
drivers.
or gifted subs. But he saw this one. Saw us.
Yeah.
Drivers too.
I'm sorry, Hornet.
Drivers.
Hornets, yeah.
Okay, I got 1 Hornet driver for you.
Got a
I
Hornet.
only need 2 more. So
dri-
that's all 4 of my spotter relays. So 2 more Hornet drivers, and number 2's done.
And another Arc Raider
Still need 1
player.
more cooling fan.
Play.
Yeah, man, you had a good day. There, Moose. Go blind, grip your swear, dude. Oh.
Vision is getting a little worse than the last.
Right. The first time. He got it right. He said it right.
Yeah,
Look at
man,
that.
it very well could be. Mine is my profession.
Yeah.
I said what it said.
Welded hood all the time.
He probably saw it.
Most of the time I do pretty well. Sometimes I butcher it up, but
it's not everyone gets it all the time. Not everyone gets it all the time. Nice. Nice. And nice.
well, a lot of people don't know how to read and pronounce it properly, right?
Yes! 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 So true.
Even though I'm a hillbilly.
The hillbilly gets it.
I used to hide it.
Hillbilly gets it. You monsters don't.
I've gotten older. I just revert back to some West Virginia slack jaw. That's how I like to call it anyway.
I'll do the English. The
Boom
English.
hour, in other words.
What's that? English language.
Man, tell you what, man, get on that demo internet, man. www. Click it. Bam, boobies, man.
The hill. The English language so bad the hillbilly gets it. That puts you higher up than most. But English language is so bad the hillbilly gets it. That puts you higher than the rest.
Playing some Mark there, Moose.
The rest.
Running this game.
No.
Let's make him make.
Doing my pay.
So there, Moose says the English language is so bad the hillbilly gets it. That puts you higher up than the rest. Well, I appreciate that.
Glad he got it. I didn't want to think I was trying to be mean about it.
My age might play a little bit of effect in that too.
That is true. His age could play an effect in it.
We're actually taught a little something anyway, right? Grumpy can concur with that one.
I hear
I
that.
Well, very well. What are you streaming?
It's I pay.
Pointing out cooling fans and another.
Thanks for the follow, by the way, too.
Hey, you're welcome.
1 cooling fan, 2 Hornets.
Boop, 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 boo. Straight. Tom.
All right, on. Well, it's much appreciated, I'll tell you that.
You're welcome.
I'm just trying to get started, really, man. I mean, I started end of the year last year, I guess to say, and then I've kind of been on hiatus. Life's just been nuts and crazy and busy.
That's understandable.
Trying to get back at it this week, man. Try to start regaining.
Get them gains, man. Get them gains.
That watch time up.
Yeah, man. Watch time, everything.
It didn't take you long to be able to get.
I've been haranguing it like an
No, I mean,
orangutan.
initially
It's
came
been too much.
fairly quick, man.
I'm
Which
all
was
over the
surprising.
place.
I was like, man, it's going to take me forever. You know?
Well, he's probably only not 4 away now.
You want to change it up, Grump, or just go back to?
Cooling fans. You just need to hit places like server
There.
lockers and stuff.
Do with that what you guys will.
What's the best for that?
Seems like a cool dude.
Okay. Well,
Damn or spaceport.
I was thinking spaceport. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do spaceport.
Cool. Yeah, just for the mix up.
Probably do 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. What about
'cause
yourself, there, Muth? You been at it for a while?
About
as far as the streaming aspect's concerned. Ah, you know what? Shit. I was going to run down and get some cheese.
Oh, go ahead. Cancel out.
Yeah.
I have a few years, but I am by no means an expert. Hey!
That's how I like to call.
Oh, he left the seat. He left his. No, come back. Come back. Otherwise, I'm going to have to leave. I want to at least do one more person before my guest comes on. Come on. Don't. He's gone. He's gone again, Lord. Well, that's all right. All right. Well, he's out. All the good stuff. Oops. Bam. All right. Let's do another thing. Ba 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 da ba da ba new page. New page. New page. New page. New page. 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 A new page. Oh, word up. Word up. Word up. Word up. Word up. 8 p.m. Oh, well, that's. Next page. What's on the next page? Oh, 24/7 crap? Ah. There's some for everyone, though. Birds. Music. Hobbit music. Not interested. Hobbit music. No Hobbit music for me. There, I said it. No Hobbit music for me. Don't care for the hobbits. The hobbits can go. The hobbits can go. All right. Let's see what we got on this page. Oh wow, it's really slimming down. God dang, it's really slimming down right there. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying for that? All right. Let's gaming with Jessica.
Shit.
All right.
Shit, we're gonna fucking die.
Yep.
Sounds English. Oops.
Oh my god,
You
why?
can't fucking plate when you're in the damn gas.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was genius. I forgot I had that.
Oh fuck.
Fucking bitch.
Just live. Oh, behind me. Trying to colossal jumps. Ah, I see.
Oh,
what is
Did the
it?
fucking gulag just close?
Yes, right before we died.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, lobby.
Yes. It wasn't so bad after you Got the hang of Code Veronica.
All right.
Oh my god.
What?
Dara Moose? Thank you for the $2. Sweet of you. You're having a great day and an even better weekend. Oh, you too. Just so kind of you. Beautiful. So fancy. Westicles, get your booty in here.
For getting my name.
How do you, did I pronounce that right?
Right.
Dara Moose. So I said that. I'm not good with names.
Oh no, don't worry. Don't worry. Boom. There we go. Getting my name right the first time. Bam!
Where is it?
I want it.
There it is. A closed Discord.
Hey, Fada, what up?
La la la. Oh, I started. There he
What up?
is.
Well, hello there, Andrew. Oh.
Howdy.
Oh, goodness. Oh, they froze up. Oh.
Your fish.
There we go. It's freezing up. They're freezing up on me.
One of the shrimps was walking away from her own skin.
Ew.
Okay, so that's what that's that person.
Bolted.
Oh, they must be on Twitch. That's a thing of Twitch right there where they get
Sub.
the things thrown at them.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
That's so
'cause I
distracting.
didn't
That
even 5
voice is like
seconds
I'm not
later.
sure what
that's
it's
fine.
trying
I
to
just
say.
It's
It's so distracting. It sounds
the
very
other
robotic.
ladies. Oh, thanks for the follow, dude.
You're welcome.
You beautiful person, you. Oh my god. I have the funds to be gifting subs right now.
I think someone needs to fix their mic.
I know we don't.
I know it.
You fucking me stop.
Well, the first
All
gift
right.
was supposed to go to Axe.
All right.
Oh, why didn't you just?
You know, I'm a little slow. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
To spread
Did not eat my
Something's gonna help me.
today.
others.
So
Enjoy
So you didn't eat your crayons today?
your
I didn't eat the crayons today.
night. Bam. There we go. I've done all my stuff.
Ew, what?
The money and had to buy back the 5 contracts I lost. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, we'll get into that. Hold on.
It's a bussy pea.
All right. See you later there, rain gray, or rain gray, whatever it is. Have a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that of course is the end of the Pay It Forward stream. Thank you so much for being part of it. What? Why am I getting like a feedback somewhere? That's weird. But anyway, that is the end of the Pay For stream. Hold on. Boom, done. There we go. But that, thank you for all joining that. But anyway, welcome the wondrous Andrew.
Wondrous. Wow. That's. I mean, I've been called a great many things. I don't know if I can count that among them. Well, I couldn't before. Now I've been called wondrous. So
Well, the question should be: were they good things or were they bad things?
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Gotta love the Aladdin callback right there. Oh, but my goodness, how are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for having me on.
Well, first off,
Been a long week.
That is true. First off, you did throw out that invitation, and second off, you have been in my chat when I've had on Carol Brown, so it was going to lead to that way anyway. But yeah, and she, of course, for those that know Carol Brown or Riplorian on Twitter X, lovely as she is, she's going through her own thing, trying to recovering from cancer and all this stuff, and she's a trooper. She is a trooper. So.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's always nice to get to have her on. But I always like getting to have other people too, regardless of, because I know you guys work together at least whenever you pop in the chat. Because I can't remember what is your official title?
As far as like at the Ripperverse?
Well, yeah, because that's where you're
Yeah, so I'm like the creative manager, creative director, basically. I'm also social media manager. I'm also an editor, also a writer. I'm also kind of our de facto community manager right now. I wear a few hats.
That's what's 1, 2. Did you say it was the 12 other things after that?
Yeah, there's about 12 or 13 other things after that. Yeah. On any given day that ends in Y, I'm wearing like 15 hats, which is almost as many hats as Kara wore. So.
Oh no, I can't believe it because that's a lot. I almost feel like at some points I'm almost like, yeah, I'm the toilet plunger. Wait, what?
Thankfully, I haven't been on janitorial duties. I'm sure if I worked out of the warehouse more regularly, maybe that would be something that would come up. But thankfully, not something I have to deal with.
Nah, that's. But I mean, for as far as because I mean I'm on Twitter X and sometimes I see the passing of the Ripperverse and stuff. So it seems like you guys are doing pretty well. I know what personal success looks like. I don't know what is successful for comic books. So I'm not the person to ask.
We're doing pretty all right now. We
That's
just solidified a deal that is getting our books into big box stores, so you can actually pre-order a lot of our books right now.
Oh, okay.
From Target and Walmart and Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Oh,
So
nice.
we're no longer just operating out of our own website.
Mhm.
So that's a pretty big deal for us.
Mhm.
I'd say that's in terms of publishing. I think that's a pretty decent measure of success.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like how well do our books do in those locations, and we're about to find out.
Yeah.
So it'll be something else to see.
Yeah, because I mean I'm the only the only comic book I've ever owned from time ago was the Sonic comic. Under I think they were under Archie. I don't know what. Yeah, Archie. And I can't remember what it was about. Again, it was a long time ago. But after that point, it's been just mostly manga, and of course, when I had Carol on, I talked to her about manga and that sort of stuff because that's been an interesting factor in sort of the sometimes they call it like going to library, sometimes they call it a graphic novel, sometimes they'll call it a comic or a manga depending on, but it just varies. Like when I first when I first saw a library call a manga graphic novel, I'm like, I'm not sure that's the right classification for it.
I mean, in the strictest of terms,
yeah,
it's kind of accurate. Manga is just a Japanese graphic novel, essentially.
Yeah, Japanese comic, yeah.
And so it's the same type of medium, effectively, but the Japanese have a very specific way of doing storytelling.
Yeah.
And that combined with the specific art styles, the fact that they read from right to left,
Yeah.
and a number of other things in terms of like paneling structure and story structure. There are a number of things that really make a manga outside of also being made in Japan and typically drawn by somebody who's Japanese.
Yeah.
That separate it from Western comic books.
Mhm.
But it is effectively still doing the same thing. It's telling, it's sequential storytelling. It's a visual storytelling medium in book format. It's just two different ways of doing the same thing.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm no expert in comics. I see it as sort of like this. It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing, of course, but it's one of those cultural things where, you talk about the dominance of, like Marvel and DC because those are pretty two big houses, and of course you got indie one, like smaller ones like Archie Comics one, but I don't know if they're under somebody like sometimes these big ones buy these smaller ones, and yeah.
I saw something the other day that I want to say suggested that Archie Comics is now owned by another larger publisher. I gotta double check that. But for a while, they were just kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
I also grew up reading all the Sonic comics from Archie. In fact, I have the entire, literally all of it.
Wow.
It was my introduction to comic books as a medium.
Interesting.
Is Archie Comics owned by some? Let's use Google. Archie Comics is nope, it's still private family owned company. Okay.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because you'd see like stories of like smaller comic things being owned by bigger ones, or usually that's the case, right? Like bigger companies would buy out the smaller companies, whether they're a startup or not. And it's a business ordeal thing, right? Like that's nothing new under the sun. But I have always been it's always that thing with that ordeal between the East and West. And obviously, of course, you can go to China and they probably do it differently. You can go to Korea and they probably do it differently. I don't know what they actually call.
In Korea, they call it is it manhwa?
Yeah, that's right. Manhwas. That's right. Oh, man.
I forget what it's called in China, but they have their own word for it as well. But it's essentially Chinese manga. And manhwa is Korean manga. It's kind of all the same thing for the most part. Again, it's just slightly different ways of doing the same thing.
Yeah, manhwa. Thank you, Fatal. But yeah, it's this huge ordeal because in the comparative of numbers, right? Because companies will do that because that's how you know, like you were talking about, success or not or whatever. That the comparativeness of numbers seems to be more on manga side, just because of that whole ordeal with the big two. I would think. But yeah, and I don't know the entirety of comics and like what they can or can't do in, say, the American side, but from my perspective, manga has the ability to do more in the sense of reach into areas where it probably would be considered a no-no, right? Like you probably wouldn't be able to have a manga like High School DxD. you wouldn't be
Brioche supremacy.
No, you have to give him his actual name. He's called the Grabbing Dragon.
Hey, chingada.
See, this is what happens. But that's my point. Is like you can't have mature themes in the American side. I have seen that, but to have something that is similar to High School DxD, that I would think would be a harder find.
Yeah, you're not going to typically find something like that in the West. That's definitely more of a Japanese thing. Like in the West, every country, every geographical area has its own things that are, taboos or things that are just like done with far less prevalence. Like in a lot of other countries, the level of violence that we have in some of our more mature pieces of media would be like a massive no-no. Right. And it's interesting how different countries like look at those in different ways, right? Where in Japan, and to a lesser extent, China, and also similarly Korea, you'll have more sensual stuff, right? That's far more common, far more prevalent than we typically see in the West. At least here in America. In America, when like hyper sexualized stuff is done, it's done in the vein of like some weird TV drama. Like what's the one that what's her name? The blonde, Sydney Sweeney. Whatever show she's on, that's like the thing that was her claim to fame. That's supposedly some like super sexually explicit show or whatever. I haven't seen it. Obviously, I don't even remember what the hell it's called. But that type of thing is usually how it'll get that topic is addressed and handled over here in the West, which is completely different from like how it's done in Japan with the exception of actual like straight up pornographic stuff. So stuff that's like just like stuff that's just like your your fan
R18.
servicey stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this
Edgy
is
and
definitely
R18,
rated for
yeah.
upper teens, but it's
Mhm.
not like crossing that line into like, bro, this is just cartoon porn, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like the way that that's usually handled is oftentimes in like a campy way, right? It's
Yes,
done
depending on.
in like this is kind of goofy. Yeah, there are exceptions, things like
Yeah.
that. But you brought up High School DxD or
Yes.
things like High School of the Dead,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like a lot of other stuff that's out there will be along similar lines, and it's like campy, and you look at it and you laugh at it, but then there's that line that crosses into okay, that's over there.
I'd say R18. Now for that side of things, people, and this is the word, right? People say this word, but to the degree it is not the correct word to what to call the R18 content. Hentai is what they would usually use for calling adult content over, but that is the incorrect term. And I had to learn that myself. The correct term is ero manga, or eroge is the adult game version, right? So that word hentai has been cemented in Americans' minds of what R18 content in Japan is. But the point of the matter is that is the incorrect form of it, because they'll say ero manga, ero anime. That's basically saying adult manga, adult anime, that sort of stuff. That is the correct form of it. But yeah, there's a bit of a line, and
it's quite the line. It's quite the line. There's some stuff out there.
Well, take for instance Berserk, right?
Yeah, that's super adult.
That is super adult, but it is highly praised for what it does in the essence of the darkness and the
Berserk is Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones was Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Effectively.
It's crazy. I've never read it, but I've heard enough stories that I don't think I need to.
It's intense. Like
Yeah.
it is incredibly graphic, incredibly violent.
But you also have the opposite too, where you have stuff like, what's the one? I reincarnated as a slime, or
that show's funny.
Yeah, I kind of, so this is the thing right here is I've begun to realize that I kind of like shows like that. There's that. I reincarnated as slime. There was the one called The World's Finest Assassin reincarnated as an aristocrat or something like that. For those that don't know, it was created by Rui-san, who was also the creator of Redo of Healer. So if you know what Redo of Healer is, it's not in that same category, but it's the same mangaka. So
same great.
Yeah, that was one really pushing the edge in that one. Oh man. But yeah, I just find the fascination differences because to some regard, I mean the indie, like Common, right? Common America, I think it is.
Yeah, Common America.
They're finding huge. Now they're using some sort of that stylization, that anime and all that sort of stuff. But they are finding a form of success that works.
Yeah.
And
they even have a manga out. They've got the manga version of their story.
Oh
already.
wow, yeah, I didn't know that.
Traditional manga volume, reads right to left.
No,
looks fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, they did a great job with this manga adaptation of their story. I have their whole library as well, like their hardcover.
That's pretty crazy. Because I remember
they're good guys. These guys
yeah, because I remember. I think his name is Tim Lim. Yeah, because I remember. I think he was. I can't remember if he was like a dentist or something beforehand, before he got to this point, because he was doing his work.
Yeah, he's like either a doctor or a dentist or something.
Yeah,
like that, yeah.
Because he was doing that sort of stuff. But it's just amazing of that regard and that success too. But I mean, like with you guys, that form of success is there too. Oh, and I wanted to say that Tan wanted to ask what your comic is called.
Oh, my comic is called Arcstream, actually.
Okay.
It is a Heart of Gold type of superhero. So Heart of Gold, like your Supermans, right? Like just a genuinely good person. Doesn't mean they don't make mistakes. Doesn't mean they don't screw up. It means that at their core, at their heart, they are a good person. They believe in doing good, and they believe in the good in others.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome.
Or lighthearted character.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty. Now, is it spelled ARC or ARK?
ARC STREAM.
Okay, but that's
All one
pretty
word.
awesome. Nice, but I mean that is pretty awesome. Though, is it just your project, or you're working with other people on it, or how
I'm
is
working
that?
with an artist, artists, because I can't draw. Not
Right.
really anyway. I certainly can't draw sequential art.
Right.
If I spend a whole week, I could do like a single piece of something and it'd be okay. But I can't do like sequential art or anything like that. I'm not an illustrator. But I'm the creator and the writer.
Nice, but that's pretty awesome though to be able to create something. And I mean, is it out or is it in the process of getting out? I forgot to ask that.
It'll be released in October. That's when it'll start shipping.
Wow,
it's up for pre-order right now.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. I know a lot of people use like, was it like Kickstarter,
Indiegogo, all those, yeah.
I think there's one that's called Fund My Comic, which is pretty.
There's also
interesting.
Fund My Comic as well, yeah. They're a more recent independent crowdfunding platform. They've been around for a handful of years. Like 4 years, 5 years, something like that. So they're definitely still fresh. They're new.
Right. That's pretty. But
they've been finding pretty good success over there as well.
Yeah, that's good because I know a lot of people have had issues with the other ones. Like they're like, what was it? What was the one that came out recently? There was where one of those did like some rule change, and it got people upset. I can't remember which one that was.
That was Kickstarter. So initially, Kickstarter was going to be enacting a change in their terms of service that would effectively completely ban, and it was a very vague definition that they used, like anything that could be considered adult, and that was whether it was too violent, whether it was too sexual, whether it was too anything. And the long and short is it came down to the payment processor that they use, and a lot of times that's what it comes down to, right? Because if the payment processor says, hey, we don't like whatever this person thinks or whatever this person's doing or whatever this person's creating, and they can just tell the platform, tell the host, even if they greenlit everything and they said, yeah, this is fine, this project's fine, like do your thing, make your money, right? Payment processors, unfortunately, have way too much power, and they can say, well, we're not going to do the payout. They're not going to get their money, right? And that creates a whole issue. And so they were trying to circumvent legal issues by just kind of like flatly and blanket eliminating that type of content, which did put people in an uproar because, right, wrong, or around the bend, a lot of the content that is made in the indie space is either like hyper graphic, whether it's in the violence or the sexual, like sexually explicit, or at least sexually suggestive kind of line. And they wound up, after it was like less than a week, they came out with a statement and said, you know what, we know it's going to cause some headaches. And you guys have been forewarned, right, that it could cause some headaches, but we will keep the terms of service as they currently stand. And so you guys can keep doing your thing. But obviously, if the payment processors say, well, this person's project can't get actually paid out, then that's got to be a case-by-case basis, which it's more infuriating that the payment processors have that kind of leverage, because that truthfully that's not on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
That's not their fault.
Yeah. It's just a platform for whatever they throw a Kickstarter up for, like trying to raise funds. But that's always been one of those things too, where with the payment processors, because I know people will point to like crypto as being the savior of that regard, but the problem with, at least from my perspective of crypto, is that it's not a normie usability item. It still has its confusions of how to use it.
It's very niche. It's also super reactive, and it's not a stable. Yeah, it's very volatile. It's not a stable source of monetary exchange right now, and so that makes it ultimately unreliable. Like something could happen. Obviously, this happens also with, you know, our standard currency as well, and that, you know, that it fluctuates in terms of its value, you know, little by little every day or every month or every year. But that's on the level of small percentages for the most part, unless we have like a major spike in inflation, which does happen. But with cryptocurrency, it could be, you know, you could have an amount, let's just say an arbitrary number. You have some amount of whatever given cryptocurrency, and whatever that number is, let's say it's 500 of whatever is what you have. And that's worth, currently it's valued at $500,000, right?
Oh, yeah.
Insane. But then something happens, and then the next day it's worth like $500, right? And that type of thing does happen when it comes to crypto, and so it's so volatile. And also, it's hard to really trust anything that's digital.
Yes.
If people think that the government doesn't actually have their eyes and their hands on crypto as it stands, I'm sorry, I got a bridge to sell you.
Look, there's a house right over here. Oh, it's not there. Oh, sorry. You owe me money.
Effectively, yeah.
But no, and I mean, again, even the regular dollar has its own volatility as well, but it's not as quick.
Yeah.
Although I get, I mean, in some regards it could be quick. Like if it was disastrous, like calamity wise, I would think that it would be very quick. But compared to the stability of crypto, it's a very, like, crypto is just like, it's like a roller coaster ride.
You could look at you know, the current inflation that we've got going on right now, right? In the current market and the current economy, unfortunately, where things that cost whatever $6 3 years ago cost $15 now, right? Because of inflation. You know, that's for a number of reasons that we don't need to get into here, but like that is the thing that happens. But those spikes in inflation are usually far less frequent when it's something that drastic.
Yeah, and it's the crazy part of it, and that's, and again, for me, even beyond that volatility, just the user friendliness of crypto is sort of, it's just it's like you said, it's a niche. It's a niche. Now, you know, most of the time people who use crypto are ones who dive deep into it. They're doing all that trading and stuff on it. They're really getting that information. But you're talking like someone like, you know, your mom or dad, or maybe your grandparents. I know this is pointing to older people, but even people like, you know, in their 30s or 20s, whatever, are gonna be like, I don't know how to use this. And the complication of it is just like, you have to go through these different points, and then you have to get fees, like gas fees and all this stuff. And I'm just like, at a certain point, it becomes a redundancy, because like with mentioning gas fees, like when you're trying to trade for something or trading them out, you have to pay for it to go through points. And at that point, that's volatile too. You could be paying as low as $1 or as high as $1,000 for just putting something through, and even that's like, not sure about that.
It's something that I consider to be more of a hassle than it's worth right now, at least for me personally. Now, there are people that, like, their whole deal is that they're, you know, they buy and trade and sell cryptocurrency, and they have a really nice living, and hey, you know, more power to them. That's what they have focused all their energies on, and they have the ability to do that, and they're comfortable with that. I'm sure they've got assets, you know, saved in different places and invested in different places, and so they're probably well enough taken care of. And just in the case of like something drastic happens to whatever different cryptocurrencies they're playing with, but most people can't do that right now.
Yeah, and I think that's the bigger point for adoption of, is that most people, it's just not there for most people. Which is, I mean, it's always, technology is always in the process of being torn down, being studied, and then evolving, right? Like you imagine, like when the first cell phone came out, it was a brick. It's this huge brick you had to put next to your ear.
Yeah, and you carry around this big fat box with it too.
Tom, how you doing today? Hold on.
Oh, because those were the old satellite phones.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and funny enough, they used to have those in cars as well, which was pretty interesting to have like a car phone.
Yeah.
But then over time, the cell phone got to be smaller. You had flip phones, you had slide phones, and all stuff. And then came the iPhone, and then that completely almost wiped those out because it's just a full. There's no sliding. I mean, there's sliding, but there's no flipping or sliding, whatever. It's just a panel, and that's it. And again, that's the evolution of the cell phone. And funny enough, the basis of the cell phone was based off the tricorder in the original Star Trek. So you have science fiction inspiring a science fact, basically.
That does happen. That
Yeah.
does happen. Yeah.
What would be another one that you would know? Because I know that one, but I'm not sure of any others.
Gosh, off the top of my head. Well, honestly, like learning AI. Currently,
yeah.
the stuff that's going on right now, like that was science fiction not very long ago. And that's evolved pretty rapidly over the
Yeah.
last couple of years.
Oh yeah.
There are a number of things that fall into that category of like they started as something theoretical or something that was presented in, some sci-fi novel or television show or movie, and now it's actually kind of a thing.
Do you, just from your own perspective, do you think that in that regard, do you think science fiction inspires or creates science fact?
I think to a degree, because I'm sure there are, actual learned people out there who maybe they read a book that introduces an idea, or they watch a television show or watch a movie, right? And they see an idea presented, and these are people just of obscenely high intellect and ingenuitive capacity, and so they probably think to themselves, I wonder how that would actually function in the real world. And then they get to work, right? They start brainstorming. What are the things that this thing does in this piece of media? What would it need in order to actually do that in reality, in the real world? And they kind of just work backwards from there.
Sort of like it's almost sounds like reverse engineering an idea.
Yeah.
Right. Like the idea itself is complete because it's already out there, but now you're trying to take that science fiction idea and trying to reverse engineer it into a science fact, even though
self-driving cars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those have been in media for a long time.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And then now we got the Teslas and all the other ones that do that, right? Most of the other ones are strictly out of China, but there's that.
Yeah, China is really really ingrained.
They have a ton of like smart cars over there in terms of different brands.
Oh yeah. There was, funny enough, you mentioned that. There is a channel on YouTube I found. It's called The Asian Boss, and basically it's this guy. Believe his name is Steve. He goes in and does deep dives on certain subjects. He's done one on he did one on the Strait, the whole Hormuz thing. He did one on that. He's done some about like the EV cars, all this stuff. Let me see if I can. Because I know he has a channel on YouTube, but like the deep dive of the ideas or the stuff he goes through is just there we go. Did I find it? Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Let me bring it up. So this is, goodness sake. All right, there we go. So this is the guy I'm talking about right here. It's the Asian Boss. And he goes through different types. Like you just talked about the EVs in China, and he goes through just that kind of deep dive, all the information. I believe did the AI one, Jollibee, why you can't copy Japanese 7-Eleven in the U.S., all that sort of stuff. It's just one of those things where I find fascinating, where I could just listen to him throughout, of just going through that information and just presenting it as is, because I think that's a big thing that's missing in part of content creation, is where people present a certain amount of information and then they let it work for them, right? The hype, the misinformation and that kind of stuff, just giving people false info. To be able to have something like that and then telling people maybe go research it yourself or check through all the stuff, give them like lead the like get crow breadcrumbs, lead them to the points and they can look through it themselves.
Yeah.
Because you can always have these sort of points of like confirmation bias where you're only giving people a certain amount of information and it's to lead to this point idea or whatever. We're
Well, yeah,
also
the goal is
subject
to get
that.
them to come to the conclusion that you want them to get to.
Yeah. But I like it with that. I like seeing that sort of thing where I mostly listen to it because I'm working majority of the time. But it's just nice to have that sort of thing. So when you talk about the EV cars or whatever, because I believe it said like in China, Tesla doesn't even make a dent.
No, they don't, and that's deliberate. They don't want Tesla to make a dent over there in their market because
No.
Tesla is not a Chinese company.
Yeah, that is true. And that comes back to the other point too, is like talking about AI. I mean, you guys are in the comic book field. Some of you are writers, some of you are artists, and all this stuff. Like for you guys. Oh, hey, King of Biltong, how you doing? Nice to see you, good sir, or Anton. Sorry. But for you guys, like, how do you view that within the context of comic books? Because right now, it's not good enough. Yeah, I mean, you have Grok Imagine, right? You have Grok Imagine, and the whole confusion that's gonna keep putting out there once it gets better. But like with generative AI, and then you've got there's more than just ChatGPT, but people just pointed that directly. Like for you guys, what does that mean? Or is there a huge bad feeling? Do you guys like just throw it off the side? Like, how do you guys view that?
In comic books, honestly, we're not particularly worried about the prevalence and growth of AI. Comic books as a medium are very much looked at as a more classic art form, and in that regard, people typically will get attached to a project or to a series or to a character based on the artists that are handling it. And it's less about just the product being the product and more about, well, who are the people that are attached to it? Right? People who are fans of a specific artist will follow that artist to whatever project they go to.
Yeah.
Right? AI can replicate little things about different art styles. They can do it better with like anime and manga influenced art styles more because those tend to be, far more simplistic. And I don't mean that in a negative way. They're just anime and manga is very clean lines.
Yeah.
There's not like a ton of cross hatching. There's not a ton of extra shading. There's not a ton of rendering done to it. And when you add more of the rendering language into that, that's where AI starts to futz up and not know what the heck it's doing. Which is why most of the AI stuff that you'll see out there tends to lean more towards an anime or manga style.
Right.
Now, at some point, I'm sure it will grow to a place where it can replicate sequential art far more accurately. That's probably an inevitability.
Right.
And that's something that's a bridge we'll have to cross when we get to it. But our stance at the Ripperverse is that we're not using it. We're paying traditional artists to do the work. Right. Because that's part of our core ethic that we're operating off of.
Right.
Now I'm sure there are going to be, other indies out there that do say, hey, I can't draw worth a damn. I also don't have enough to pay an artist, that I would want that would do a really good job, the proper page rate in order to draw the book, and then have to pay an inker on top of that potentially, and then a colorist on top of that potentially. And so once the technology progresses to a certain point, I'm sure there's going to be indies out there and on Kickstarter and on Indiegogo. And I don't know what Fun My Comics stance is on the AI stuff, so I'm not going to speak for them.
Sure.
But I'm sure there'll be people in the crowdfunding and indie scene that try to utilize programs to put together the visuals for their sequential books.
Right.
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. No, it's just, and I didn't want to sound like accusatory or whatever. It was just in the fact of,
No, it's a valid question.
yeah, because it is I mean, it's a thing that's being used on a rapid basis by people because of it's a shiny toy and it doesn't stay the same for too long. Like I remember when I first used Midjourney, it was, I have those pictures when they that I had created at that point in time, but like I think like a year or two later, it was completely on a whole different scale, and so you have that sort of thing where, again, with Grok, with ChatGPT, Sora. Well, ChatGPT, they did have OpenAI did have Sora, and then they shut that down. So I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Yeah, Disney shut them down.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, because they had a bunch of stuff being made through their
IPs.
platform that was Disney IP, and Disney was like, nope.
Yeah,
And so they bought them and then shut them down.
Oh, well, there you go. That's one way of doing it. Buying your competitors. But that becomes another thing too, right? Where the crossing of what's a good word for it? IP ownership, right? Like not in the sense of who owns what, but rather that with so much of something being produced, like saying the Disney stuff, right? In ChatGPT, so much of it gets produced in that sort of setting that once they come to shut it down, it's too late. That stuff's already out there.
It's already out there, yeah.
Yeah, and it's too much. Like they can't go sue every single person because Disney does not have infinite money, unfortunately. But it becomes that point of when it's gotten out there, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it yourself, where this one thing comes out and then people replicate upon it to some manner, right? Like parody stuff. Like there's parody stuff out there. But yeah, I see it in a sense of if companies and individuals don't know how to handle it well, it could end up backfiring and making what they don't want to become worse that much worse. Because it's just in how you handle it. And I think, like, I mean, I don't know how much you're on social media. Of course, you said it's part of your job, but like on your off time of that regard, the conversation of for and against or whatever is a very hot topic just because
It's an incredibly hot topic. It's a huge hot button issue.
Yeah, and there's an understandability to it because of that regard of that heatness, because of generative and writing and video and all this stuff. Where the one upside to it is that Hollywood, one thing that many people complain on for movies and stuff, now has a lesser hold on individual creative making because now it's not there yet. It's not there yet, but people can go to ChatGPT or Grok, Imagine, or whatever, and they can make a few second video. Like it was like a 3-minute video. It was like a zombie hunter, something like that, with the robot. Robot was hunting zombies or whatever. Like that was like 3 minutes, and it was like millions and millions of views on X. It was just insane. But that's the count that count forward where I think, in my regard, that Hollywood is going to become less of importance because they're, I guess they could be seen as old guard. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, but that's just the view I see. What do you see from that in that regard?
So that's an interesting question. I think it's got a yes and a no answer. I think yes, in that until such a time as they start getting the crap together, which we do see good movies come out still. It's not like there's no such thing as good movies anymore. Good movies do still come out.
Of course.
But if a lot of the big budget, like spectacle stuff, continues to be subpar and mediocre, and people just are like, why would I go spend $20 at the movie theater for this when I could make it at home
Yeah.
right? And there's still going to be differences because the work that goes into the visual effects
Mhm.
for a lot of those movies when they're done well,
Yeah.
no AI can replicate that right now. Not
No.
even close. Like
Mhm.
it'll upon first glance you'll see something, it's like, wow, that looks kind of impressive actually, right? They got all this going
Mhm.
on. But then if you go through it frame by frame, there's actually very little going on by comparison.
Mhm.
The other bit is that it's not going to replace it in the market because, and we've seen this already, people are far less likely to pay their money for something that they know has been made heavily by AI because there is a value and an understanding in that exchange between, hey, I know X amount of work went into this thing,
Mhm.
X number of people had to be paid in order to make this thing. Therefore, I value the projected entertainment I'm going to get out of said thing to
Mhm.
the tune of $20 for a movie ticket or
Mhm.
$60 for a video game or $5 for a comic book or whatever the thing is, right? However, that changes
Mhm.
when all of a sudden it comes to light that, well, the work that went into that thing was just a bunch of coding,
Mhm.
not like digital 3D model creation,
Mhm.
not paying actors or voice actors or artists, um, makeup artists, costumers,
Mhm.
camera people, right? Choreographers, all these different things. Um, they're far less likely to be willing to pay that same amount of money for that.
Mhm.
And so I think you'll have people that just, if it's AI, they don't want anything to do with it. Right.
Right. Of
And
course.
then I think a reasonable stance on AI is a case by case basis of what it's being used for.
Correct. Yeah.
So on YouTube, for example,
Mhm.
where most YouTubers, we'll just use that broadly,
Mhm.
we'll just say put out daily content,
Right.
right? Or maybe, content a few times a week.
Mhm.
Or maybe they're one of those YouTubers that puts out like multiple videos in a single day,
Right.
right?
Yep.
But they have to keep up with that, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so maybe they utilize one of those programs to assist them in creating their thumbnail or
Sure.
something like that, right?
Sure.
Like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not having to pay money to watch a YouTube video. I don't care what you do with your thumbnail,
Mhm.
right? That's fine.
Yeah.
Or what I actually use it for is for research compiling.
Right.
So if I'm researching something,
Mhm.
instead of sitting here and thinking, okay, what are the different places I want to search for information on this particular topic for, right?
Mhm.
Instead, I'll utilize one of those programs to research that topic. But when you do that, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. When you do that for research with AI, you have to tell it to cite all sources so that
Mhm.
you can check its work, right? It's the
Mhm.
same thing like a teacher having to check your homework, right? And check your
Mhm.
process.
Right.
Because otherwise, it's just going to sometimes and oftentimes kick some nonsense from Reddit back to you when
Mhm.
you're trying to do like a genuine research paper or research a certain topic and you want reliable information, but you're
Mhm.
just getting a bunch of jackwagons talking on Reddit, right? That doesn't help you. That's not useful to me,
Right.
right? Instead, I can compile that research in a single document, have all sources cited, and
Mhm.
therefore I can check each one of those, but know that I have a good pool of information to pull from,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
That's process optimization,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. And that can be that can go in many different sections as well as process optimization because of it eliminates time spent on certain work aspects if that makes sense, like it can take away where something could take you an hour and a half or whatever. It could essentially cut that down in time, especially with search. Like obviously of course you can use Grok search or stuff like that. It just varies, but I think I think in the regards of that though, you're right that there are people who will be very adamant against. And while I can see the point of the movie faction, I do think that with the case of that robot one, like maybe people won't pay for it, but it can't be understated that something like that, when it looks that good enough, because you talked about the time input and stuff like that. Like, I agree that there are people who will just say something into it, and if it looks good enough, then they'll take it straight away. Like, they don't even check through it. They don't even all this stuff. But there are times where people do check through it. They do try to make it, right enough to make it look good enough, and then they'll take it. So there's that inference of difference. To
Well, yeah,
that
I mean,
regard.
I've even going back to the YouTube example, I've even seen that with that. Like, you can, when I was talking about thumbnail assistance, right?
Right.
You'll have people, they'll just throw something into there, and then,
Mhm.
all right, whatever kicks back, that's what they slap on their channel for that
Oh, yeah.
video, and
Yep.
that's fine. Most people aren't staring at the thumbnail anyway. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh, that's kind of eye-catching, so I'll
Yep.
click on that video, right? And that's really all that matters. And half of us nowadays, we don't even watch YouTube on the computer or anything. The number one watched, or the number one platform to watch YouTube videos on is the phone. Right.
Yep.
And so most of the time, like, you'll get the notification, right? And so you'll see the little, like, so right now on my phone, I've got a notification for Spawn Wave's latest video.
Mhm.
Right, because he's going to be going over the Summer Game Fest that
Mhm.
just happened this afternoon, right? And
Mhm.
so, like, unless I pull down further, the thumbnail is this size on my screen.
Yeah.
If I pull the notification down the further, then it's this big, right?
Mhm.
You can't really scrutinize that much, right? You're just gonna hit
Yeah.
it and you're gonna listen or watch the video, right?
Mhm.
But then you'll have people that they'll put something into whatever program for their thumbnail,
Mhm.
and then if they have Photoshop skills, they'll then move that into Photoshop,
Mhm.
and they'll make some adjustments in there, right? To
Yeah.
tighten it up or clean it up or whatever, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, like I respect that, but most people aren't seeing that because
Yeah.
most of us aren't staring at the thumbnails for very long.
Yeah. Well, and that goes right back to your point of case by case basis, because it's such a wide. There are many different facets, like music and art and all that stuff. But like with your regard of like the YouTube video section, you are right. Like sometimes there will be a thumbnail that catches my eye, or sometimes it's just like, oh, this certain person, new episodes popped up. There we go. Just gonna
Yeah.
watch it. So there is that. It kind of goes back to the other point too about the name thing, right? Like it's someone you've seen before. They bring something new. You're like, oh, I'll go watch that. So there is a name factor to that as well, where stuff like the thumbnail. Now, obviously, if you're like Mr. Beast, you still do it, but that's an exception to a rule.
He can pay a bunch of people to handle all that crap for him. He doesn't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't edit his own videos or do his own thumbnails. I've never watched a Mr. Beast video in my life, so I have no
Neither
idea
have I.
what he even talks about in his videos. Like, I genuinely don't know. Most of the YouTube that I watch is like gaming lore, comic book lore, Harry Potter lore, Jurassic Park lore, Godzilla lore, or
Oh,
just like
nice.
research and crap. Like I'll fall asleep listening to different scientific research things or documentaries or whatever lore videos on any one of those things I just mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't have the time. I can't be bothered. If YouTube's up, it usually means that I have some like jazz playing on, because that's what I'm listening to focus while I'm working. Right? It's
Yeah.
like just I don't have time to watch much YouTube for the
Yeah.
most part.
It's more of like for me, because it's more of just listening than watching, because at work or whatever, and so you can't pay attention in the visual sense, but you can in the auditorial. Audiobooks is another thing and all that stuff. I think
Oh
one of
yeah,
the
I love audiobooks.
I think one of the things that was music on YouTube is a big one as well, because I listen to different music. Of course, after the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff, there's certainly been a K-pop portion
Oh yeah,
of that.
I freaking love that movie.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. And it's such a I don't know. I think even though it is sort of a kids movie, I guess it is something that for a time I was watching other people, when people watch it, because you have to be careful about watching a video on YouTube and all this stuff, or a movie, the reactioners and all this stuff. A lot of people enjoy it, and the music sort of helps along with that movie. But there's a bit of heart to it too. I always come back to sort of coming coming to the ending scene, right? It's been out for a while, guys. All right, so there's nothing spoiled here. Just coming to that ending scene with Genu and sort of that moment that is shared between Genu and Rumi. That's a pretty powerful point. Hey, thanks, Nero. Much appreciated. That I feel is a pretty powerful point, and again, the music adds its own emotion to it as well. So that movie has well earned its success with the combination of the music and the visuals. You know that
Yeah.
Thanks, Thorough. But what did you like about it, since you brought it up?
I liked everything. I mean, I loved all the music. I thought it was a really well told story. It was kind of a superhero story in the way that it was told. It had a lot of heart to it, like a lot of heart to it. There was actually a good lesson in there. It was a good message without being a message.
Yeah.
Right. Without it feeling like it was something preaching at you. It was really a story about self-acceptance, but also growth. Right. About more than just accepting yourself. It was, what's the next step after accepting yourself? Well, then striving to be better.
Yeah.
Right. You have to learn to live with yourself and then grow and improve as a person.
Yeah, because in the case of, like, I think the strongest point to make that case is Rumi herself, where it's none of her. It's of course what she's hiding is none of her fault alone, but it's sort of been ingrained in her by her aunt, which is sort of another thing too in that lesson, is like sometimes family's not always right, and that gets ingrained in her that what her heritage is in a degree is wrong, and so she's always told to hide that heritage point. But it, like you said, it comes to that point to the end of it where she discovers of her own that she needs to accept that, regardless of what she's been told, because what she's been told in essence is kind of wrong. Like, you can't control what your parents did, so you kind of just have to accept that, and for family in essence to tell her that you should hide yourself. You shouldn't showcase any of that, even though yes, it's demon stuff. So there's a supernatural part to it, but still the message is remaining. Is like sometimes family isn't always right, and sometimes you just you may have to go it alone and accept yourself, because it's gonna suck if you keep trying to hide in that regard. So, but like the music was part of that ordeal. I think to some degree, EJ poured some of herself into those songs because of when there were interviews, right? So many interviews out there where she's going around and they're asking about the songs and stuff, and she's telling about gold and all this. Like, there are points of reference of her life into that, because she was a former K-pop. Right, she would go to the K-pop camp sort of thing, and those are no joke.
Yeah, no, they really aren't. Like, they're genuine, like, slave drivers there.
Oh yeah,
in terms of what they put you through work wise, because they demand perfection. Like the stuff that, like, in documentaries you'll hear said about, like, what Michael Jackson went through when he was a kid. In terms of, like, how much of a perfectionist his dad was on him. Like, it's like that, if not worse. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, and there's so many. For BTS, sure, but Twice, sure. There are so many K-pop groups. Like, it's like a machine. It's a machine over there. And it works. Like, I don't want to say K-pop Demon Hunter was the succession. It was sort of like a powerhouse for K-pop, but like you had Psy, Gangnam Style. I think people remember Gangnam Style.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Gangnam Style. But like that was a big thing too, and when that came out, like there were people like they were doing the stuff, and that was not even like his first thing. Like he was I mean, he was middle aged, and that was probably like, I think they said like third or fourth album that song came out. But once it came over here, it was complete wipeout. And then you've had some other stuff come along like BTS and all that, but with this one, it really just kind of gave an energy shock to it, and I mean, it's great. It's nice to have that sort of thing with the story, the culture point of K-pop, and it's in a way that's for everyone. Basically, the movie, the K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I personally don't know where they'll go from here with it, because to catch lightning in a bottle again, that's rare.
They're working on a sequel. I don't know where they're going to go with it, but I'll at least give it. I'll give it the old once over because I love the first one so much. When I have the special collector's edition art book of it, if they ever release it on 4K, I'll get it on 4K. If they give it a steelbook, I actually keep meaning to pre-order the like vinyl record for it just to have it. Like if I enjoy something, I support it.
Yeah.
I don't just talk about it. If I like something, I support it by buying merch and collectibles and things like that, and support the physical product.
Yeah.
Whenever I can. Instead of just doing this. This is easy. You can do this all day, right? But that takes no effort.
Yeah.
Right? That just takes air, and I got plenty of it.
Andrew, Mr. Big Andrew, Mr. Big Air Andrew.
Yeah. Plenty of hot air. But supporting something with your wallet is a different matter entirely.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, basically. But I wouldn't want to, because putting money in your mouth is not a good idea.
Sure, in a literal sense. Yeah. It's a horrible idea.
Wow, this quarter tastes awful. No, duh, don't.
Yeah. Money, dipstick. Of course it tastes awful.
Now
it's been places you don't want to know there were places.
No, I don't want to either, because you can imagine the worst, and you'll probably be right.
That's why we wash our hands after handling money, kids.
There you go, and wash your money too if you can. But yeah, that's just awful. Good Lord. But gonna have nightmares tonight. Good Lord.
My bad.
That's right. What did you think of the Michael Jackson movie?
I actually still haven't seen it. I'm behind on seeing movies this year. I only just was it a couple of weeks ago? Finally watched Hail Mary with my lady, and that movie was incredible.
Yeah, it was
so ridiculously good. But besides that, like the next movie I'm going to see in theaters is going to be the early IMAX screening of Supergirl, and hope that I enjoy that. Because I'm a massive Supergirl fan, and to James Gunn, so he's super hit and miss for me. Usually more misses than hits. Because I don't typically like James Gunn. I genuinely love 2 of his movies. I like 2 more, and then I hate everything else. I love the first Guardians. I like the second and third. I loved Superman.
Yes.
I hated his Suicide Squad movie. And because of that, not watching Peacemaker, not interested.
Yeah.
And so I don't have the taste for his brand usually of storytelling and humor. And it just doesn't do it for me. Like just the right amount of it, I can either tolerate, or if it like supports the story well enough and the characters well enough, I can enjoy it.
Yeah.
But most of the time he's too much of himself. He's too much James Gunn. It's like, James Gunn, I need you to like stop all of this. Well, Andrew, you just gestured to all of me. Yes. I need you to stop all of that. But I'm hoping that Supergirl is good, because I'm a massive Supergirl fan.
Nice.
And at least by the trailers, I am cautiously optimistic, because the trailers are really well done.
Yeah.
They keep having little bits in there that just give me hope. And because I'm a gigantic Supergirl fan, and because I'm conversely not a James Gunn fan, if I go see that movie and I come out and I hated it or was even just disappointed, people are going to hear about it
Yeah.
because I will let them know.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm not. I don't have like favorite directors or whatever. You know how some people do. Like, oh, I love this director because so and so or what. I just don't have that because it's more
Like a lot of
about the movie.
Spielberg. I like a lot of Christopher McQuarrie.
Yeah,
but he also does the Mission Impossible movies, which are my favorite movies ever.
Yeah, it's just this has been one of those contentious things I've never. I mean, I know a lot of people do like movie reviews, and you have a lot of YouTubers that do that movie reviews or whatever. But like for me, I think the ultimate of what is a good movie to someone is if they enjoyed it or not. Because for me, like one of the movies I saw a long time ago that it didn't do too well because of the artist and also because of the wild idea they had. It was called Better Man. It was the Robbie Williams movie. I don't know if you've heard it or not, but basically it was sort of like a telling of his life sort of thing. Robbie Williams is a English musician, artist, music artist, and he's had a wild life in his own right. But this was sort of a retelling of part of his life through that. And so, but the difference they did with this, instead of just like they didn't have. Instead of just showing a person doing his thing or whatever, they actually had him be not him because other people played different parts of his life, but he was in a 3D ape, or basically. So like think Planet of the Apes sort of look, right? And hold on, I'm gonna see if I can't find the trailer to give a better idea because I'm gonna screw it up. Let's see. There we go. All right, so here we go. This is the trailer. Oops. Right here. And this is the trailer right here. And it's a bit, but you'll see. So this is what I'm talking about right here. Is where the look of it is having, because I think the reasoning was like, there's always these other biopics out there, but they this is my try doing something different.
I'm Robbie Williams. I'm one of the biggest pop stars in the world. This is my story, but I'm not going to tell it in an ordinary way because I don't see myself how others see me.
For the next 2 hours, your ass is mine!
To be honest, I've always been a little less evolved.
I don't wanna ride.
But that's basically the point of it, is where he, like he said, he didn't see himself that way, and what everyone else, so he just changed it, and that sort of became. But I mean, for me, I didn't know who Robbie Williams was in the regard of I only know one song of his, which is Millennium. But I went to go see it, and there are a lot of songs I've never even heard of. I went to go see it, and for me, that was just a powerful movie in its own right, because it really gets into his change of wanting to become a pop star, poverty, all that stuff, and you get the drugs part involved, and it's just so. And you add in that the CGI monkey sort of situation, and it's really not bothering to me at a certain, it never bothered me, but it's sort of like that weird, and then you kind of go through it, and it's more about the focus of the life and what's gone through it, and the music plays so well with it too. It's just, and it got poured on because it didn't do well at the box office or whatever. And so for me, and the same thing with the Superman movie, right? Like a lot of people complained about the Superman movie that James Gunn did, because they would always bring up that one behind the scenes thing, right? Where he does the whole thing with Lex Luthor, the whole monologue.
Yeah.
Which I can understand. But like the movie itself was just so powerful in the way, like you have that moment where, Clark has come back from that whatever land that Lex Luthor had him, and he's back at home and all this stuff, and he has that moment with Paul Kent. That's powerful, right?
There was a lot of incredibly powerful, emotional, genuine Superman moments in that movie. There's still things that I would have tweaked, things that I would have changed, but that movie understood Superman's heart
Mhm.
and that's something that hasn't been done in a while.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, again, there are things that I would have tweaked about that movie, but I love it
Yeah.
for what it was. It was a
'Cause
good Superman movie. I wish there was less of the Justice Gang and more Superman. But I guess he decided he needed them for the plot. I don't think they needed him for the plot. I think he still could have told the story without the Justice Gang, and I would have preferred that.
Uh-huh.
But cards as dealt. All right, fine, whatever. Hot Girl was practically non-existent. She had zero impact on the movie, so I really don't care.
Right.
I already hate Guy Gardner as a comic book fan. Can't stand the character. I love Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
He did a good job playing a
Oh, yeah.
character that I hate.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the actor, but the guy that they got to play Mr. Terrific, he did a phenomenal job. He was like practically co-star of the movie. Like he did such a
Yeah.
fantastic job.
Yeah.
So even the things that I would have changed, I still enjoyed.
Yeah, he was actually the actor who played Mr. Terrific also played Darwin in X-Men First Class.
Yeah.
So you ever saw
That's
that
my
movie
favorite
with-
X-Men movie.
Yeah. And to me, I like he did play a real. Again, most of these comic pairs I've never heard of. Like, again, for me, Nathan Fillion, Hal Jordan. Right, he's done it in the Robot Chicken parts and all that stuff. He just is.
He voiced him in one of the animated movies too.
Yes, he's that person. Like, it just fits, like Nathan Drake, right? Like, if you didn't know, there is an actual film, like a fan film made. I think it was like 2018, where this guy, a director or whatever, he made this fan film of a Nathan Drake part, and he uses Nathan Fillion in it, and it just clicks.
Mhm.
It's just like that. It just clicks. So he has that capability. But like with that, I can understand. Like, I didn't know him, and I think Nathan Fillion's at the age where he can't do much with that regard. Like when you can tell he's flying up in the air, you can tell he's probably being held up by stuff because
Yeah.
it's just the way his coat stuff looks. But I mean, he's at that point in age where it's like you don't want to risk too much, otherwise you could put yourself in extreme danger. But I mean, I can see some of the flaws people say but for me, like the one scene that seals it all, right? The one scene is that very end, right? So that before the battle strikes out, before people are running away, it's where the kid raises the flag, right? He everyone's running away. They don't have hope, and yet for one moment, the kid has the kids have hope, and they raise the flag because they believe Superman is going to come. That's powerful in its own right. I'm sorry to tell you, you can't deny that. Now, yes, Superman didn't come, the Justice Gang come, but I do kind of like how that rolls out a bit, because it's just like a whatever. I don't give a whatever, but it sort of worked, and it was just that moment that's like that's it right there. He has hope, right? What was the Man of Steel one? The S means hope. That right there is a moment of hope, and I get it. Like, a movie should be, if people didn't like it, that's fine. That's the way it should be. But it should never overwrite how someone feels about the movie. They enjoyed it. And the argument should never be, well, you're wrong. It should be, so why do you enjoy it? That sort of thing. It's just insane, but it works so well. And I get it. Like the Supergirl one, I want to go see it too. And there's that optimistic caution. But like, she did, even though she played a drunk Supergirl, Millie, what's her name?
Millie Alcock.
Yeah, she does it well, right? Like it just works, and I'm looking forward to it. It could be a horrible disaster, who knows? But like, it can't be understated that with the Superman movie, it just worked. It worked for me. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I was like, I'd go see it. I saw it like 3 times while it was still in theaters. I was like, it's just that good.
I think I saw it twice in theaters. Yeah, and then I've seen it twice since.
It's just, and it, for me, some movies can work at home, but some movies just like you go see it in the theater and that's it. You can't. You can't. Interstellar, like Interstellar works so much better in a theater, but like you take it at home, it's like it's missing the gravitas of the. What's the? What would be a best way to explain it? It's missing the gravitas of the space.
Well, yeah, just it. Some movies, when you watch them at home, you lose the scope and the scale.
Yes,
And
that's it.
you know, as opposed to seeing it on the big silver screen, it's just
Yeah.
not the same. You know, and you can get closer if you got a nice big TV and maybe you got like either a nice surround sound system or a good sound bar. You can get there, but it's still not the same experience as seeing it like in a genuine big screen. Like
Yeah.
when I go to see movies in theaters, if IMAX is an option, I see it in IMAX because I
Yeah.
want to. Is typically if something was filmed for IMAX, that was the experience that the makers of the film intended for the audience to see. So I want to experience the film, whether I end up liking it or hating it, as was intended.
Yeah.
To see if it comes across.
Yeah. It's just so expensive to go see it at IMAX theater.
Yeah. It is. No, it is. I think when I got a little bit of a discount, but I think it was only by a few dollars. But I think I paid like $18 for my Supergirl IMAX tickets. And I know in some places it's like, you know, $22 or $24, right? For one ticket, right? That's a lot.
Yes.
You know? That's not counting getting food or anything like that,
Oh,
right?
goodness,
Or if you
yeah.
got a theater that, you know, also serves drinks. And, you know, if a theater serves drinks, I usually will partake in that as well. Like, hey, may as well. Like, I'm going to sit here. If I'm going to, when I'm watching a movie at home, you know, if I'm going to sit here with a glass of wine or a brew or something, you know, I want to replicate that part of the entertainment experience as well if I go out somewhere, you know, and
Yeah.
kind of bring that with me. So, you know, some theaters will serve wine or beer or something like that alongside like actual food. And so, you know, I'll take advantage of that when I can.
There was a theater I went to once, and the ticket was I was seeing the it was I think the Second Guardian, or it was the Second Guardian, but the movie theater was technically it was called Cinebistro. I think it changed its name, but basically was you could have the whole family thing over there, the where families could go see movies in theater, whatever. But you would have this certain theater where only 21 could be in. Right? No kids. Before the movie started, you would order your meal like you were talking about. And during the movie, you would come in and they would come in and give you your meal. When I went to go see that, I probably spent close to $70, $80. I was like, I might not get this chance again, so I might as well do it.
Yeah.
Because I ordered there was like this little copper bowl full of mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to live for a brief period of time. I think it was a couple of years. I lived in the Pacific Northwest. I lived in Vancouver,
Oh, wow.
Washington, not Canada. And one of the theaters that I would go to there had like they'd serve pretty good food, and they'd serve beer from like local breweries, which was really cool because like I'm super picky with beer.
Right.
I'm not picky with wine. Like I'll drink just about anything when it comes to wine. But beer, like I'm super picky, and they just would serve just the tastiest stuff from local breweries. I'm like, all right, like this is cool. Like I would look forward to going to the movies to have some of the local breweries beers almost as much as I was looking forward to seeing the movie itself.
Right.
Right. And then it kind of added to the experience, right? And that's part of it. And that's something that you can really only get in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Like, yes, watching a movie from the comfort of your own home, whether you know, maybe you're curled up on the couch with your spouse or whatever, right? Or you're watching with the kids, or shoot, maybe you're just watching it for your own damn enjoyment, right? There's value in that too.
Yeah.
It's a unique experience going to a theater and experiencing a film with other people, right? I think back to, you know, back when the MCU was in its heydays, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like we're talking through the first 3 phases, you know, some of the pops in Endgame and in Infinity War, right? Like the roof was getting blown off of the place with how excited people were in moments, right? You don't get that when you watch things at home, right?
Yeah.
There's a unique value and experience you can only get at theaters. And if that's going to be preserved, Hollywood needs to put out better movies.
Mhm.
And we as viewers, we as the audience, need to actually support the things that are good if it's something that genuinely interests us.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of like, we could talk all day on YouTube and say, well, Hollywood needs to put out better movies, right? Well,
Yeah.
if they start putting out better movies, then like put your money where your mouth is, go see it.
Yeah.
Right. And if
Yeah.
they're not putting out better movies, then keep your money in your pocket. Right.
Yeah.
It's about
Basically,
as
yeah.
simple as that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, just walk the walk. Don't just jabber, right? Don't flap your gums all day. Because
Yeah.
that's easy. Again, that's free. That requires no commitment from you. You could say, oh yeah, you know, until Hollywood turns things around, I'm not going to go see anything. But, you know, then they do start turning things around and they put out something that's of genuine quality. But what did you do? No, you just decided to watch it online through various sources, you know, like a week after it was in theaters. Right? It's like, well,
Yeah.
you didn't put your money where your mouth was.
Right. Yeah, it's
So what incentive is there for the effort to be put forth if you're gonna do all this and then not actually do this?
Right. I do think that in the regard of movie theaters, though, I do think that people can go see movies, but I do think the concessions part is going to be a friction because of the costs.
Concessions are insanely expensive. Like I don't
Yes.
like it's genuinely ridiculous how expensive like getting something to drink and getting a large popcorn is. Like there are ways to mitigate that. Like if you what is it? Like if you're an AMC Stubs member, or I'm sure Regal and the other cinema companies out there have similar things where like if you have whatever their membership is, you
Mhm.
know, not only do you get, I know when I was a Stubs member for a while,
Mhm.
like I could see up to is like 2 or 3 movies a week for free,
Mhm.
unless it was like 3D, in
Yeah.
which case I'd just have to pay a little.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there was a discount on concessions. And so it's like, well, that's if you see enough movies, if you're the type of person where like going out to the movies on a regular basis is your thing, that's
Mhm.
fantastic value.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if you're just somebody that goes to the movies once every couple of months, once every few months, maybe,
Yeah.
like, man, like you go to see one movie, let's say you're going there on a date with one person,
Mhm.
right? And you get a large popcorn and a couple of drinks, you
Mhm.
are not walking out of there spending less than 60, $70, right?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Like to go to the movies for 2 people,
Yeah.
popcorn and drinks. It's genuinely ridiculous.
Yeah. You got a family? Forget it.
Oh yeah. God forbid you have like 2 or more kids.
Yeah.
And then you're having to pay because friggin' kids' ticket prices are only a handful of dollars cheaper. But the
Yeah.
thing is, the kids are going to want more concessions, right? The kids are going to want their sodas. The kids are
Yeah.
going to want or their slushies or
Mhm.
whatever, right? Or their like their candy or whatnot, right? And before you know it, you're spending an insane amount of money.
You're spending a groceries worth at that point. Like groceries
Yeah,
crazy.
you're dropping $200 going to see a movie. That's ridiculous.
Almost sounded a little like Jerry Seinfeld right there. I can't believe
I take that as a high compliment. That's my favorite comedian ever.
I don't want to be a pirate.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
I'll
but
take
no,
that as a compliment, though.
Hey, you can have it. But anyway, it's a little past the top of the hour. But what happens is that at the top of the hour, when I have a guest on, I set aside some time for me and my guests to promote our stuff. Usually, if they're not a content creator, because I have people on who aren't content creators as well, usually they just say a few words, whatever. We go on from there. But I do have your. Which good for you having a one link to many links scenario. But I do have your thing right here. So if you want to promote your stuff your way, the floor
Oh
is
yeah,
yours.
yeah, absolutely. So, gosh, who am I? I'm Andrew Rodriguez. I am the man of many hats over the Ripperverse. I'm a writer. I'm an editor. I'm our social media manager. I'm a de facto currently community manager. I run our Discord. I'm our creative manager / creative director. I do a lot of things. But the most exciting thing is that I have a comic book.
Nice.
Arcstream Fall Start #1 is available for pre-order right now on our website. There are 4 covers, 3 of which are limited print, and the cutoff for those is July 24th. The mass print cover will be available for ever, because that's the one that we'll reprint if we sell out and have to print more.
Right.
But that will be coming out as in shipping in October. Please check it out. It's a Heart of Gold hero, a young speedster hero. He was inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog and Spider-Man for me. It's the story of a young boy. He's a senior in high school. His name is Zephyr Arland. He wants nothing more than to use his powers to help other people. The problem with that is that his powers can kill him. And so it's hard to help other people when your powers can kill you. And so this story is about his desperation to figure out how to get from that point A to the point B that he wants. And unfortunately, because he's a dumb kid, he jumps the gun and he takes a bad deal that he thinks is going to fast track him to being a hero. So it's a story, it's an origin story of heart, of consequence, and about learning your lessons from jumping the gun.
No, that's pretty awesome though, especially being inspired by Sonic and Spider-Man, which is kind of an odd combination.
You would think so. You would think so. And it kind of is. Like on paper, it sounds kind of weird. But I think it plays out very well in the story. The other thing that I'd love to promote, well, 2 other things. I have a comic book review podcast that I do every Thursday evening with my buddy Mav. Called Foil Variant here on YouTube. So you can just type in Foil Variant, it'll take you to the channel. And then my lady and I have a Harry Potter lore channel called The Room of Requirement. So you can look that up on YouTube. We do lore deep dive videos, ranging from like more surface level topics to deep like lore stuff that even like dedicated Harry Potter fans either are very loose in their knowledge of or just don't know entirely. And it's a ton of fun. I recommend people checking that out as well.
Nice, yeah, and of course, there's this link right there. It's a little different. I've never seen that one bio.site. I've seen like Linktree and Campfire one. There's a, but yeah, all this stuff should be in there. And if you're interested in seeing what he's up to, what he does, and all this stuff, go check out that link and see if he's worth that follow. So, thank you so much. I apologize. I did see your message on X.
Good.
I forgot there's a private chat in here, so we will end it from here, but we'll get to the promotion stuff first. But for my end of things, if you mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated, because I'm on Rumble, YouTube, VP Zone, Blaze, Kick, streaming to 5 different places. But any help with the engagement factor is much appreciated. So the likes, comments, all that stuff, that's what the engagement factor is. I know, right? You go to YouTube and you'll hear them say the mantra, share, like, and subscribe.
Yep.
Trying to differentiate myself from that. So any help with the engagement factor on any of the platforms I stream to is much appreciated, of course. And of course, thank you, Neuro. There's my link right there. Of course, a big shout out to Tomby, who created Streamers. It's free to use for any any different platform. If you have many different platforms, it's like a link tree. It's free to use. They have you can upload assets, you can download assets. Tomby is in a process of creating Dojo. He's saying it's sort of a Discord killer, but we'll see when it comes out. But again, this is free to use, and any platform you put on there, you can hook up, I think, with like the API or whatever, and it will show you live on those platforms.
Interesting. Okay.
If let me put the let me 1 second. Streamer.com. If you go to the website, which is here, you can make your own if you want. Just you can look at it, all that stuff. But like, there's also section 2 where you have like event planner, whatever, like it will show the events of the week. So if you want to put something up like saying at this date, this is what's going to happen with whatever, you can put that there. Like, there's a lot of free things within it. And again, Tommy made it, so he's just a tech whiz. So
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, and again, it is free to use. I think there's a portion where people can make money. I think there's a portion called Marketplace, but there's a lot of stuff I don't know yet. It's just, this is something he is doing for for anyone of any platform to use, free to use. It's just worth checking out if you ever have the time. So there you go for that. But that's my streamers link right there. It has all my links. You'll see all the stuff, whether it be the places I stream to or like Twitter X, whatever. All that stuff is in there. Much appreciated. There are a few things that I promote before we go to get past. I use them in different. I do them in different aspects. Now I don't have sponsorships and stuff like that, but with this one, this is. If you don't know what Proton is a privacy-based oriented company. This is their Proton Drive. Now, I use all the different facets of Proton Mail, Proton Pass, Proton VPN, all this stuff. But Proton Drive is their sort of like, if you know what Google Drive is, this is sort of like that, but private.
Okay.
Right. So basically, and they have a free version too, right? You can make a free account. It's limited, so if you do want more, you do the paid plan, like with everything. All right, I know, but like all your files, yeah, it is what it is. But all your files are encrypted. Like I believe they just came out with an update to make things like upload, download faster. But like you can go to that link right there. They will tell you more information, more than I'm going to remember at this moment. Which doesn't make me look good, but the point of the matter is that I promote this for the benefit of others, not for myself. I can get something out of this because I'm part of their partner program, but the thing of it is like a while back there were a lot of people getting their account hijacked on X, and you would get this DM from them saying, "Hey, there's this podcast thing or whatever." I was promoting Proton Pass, which is their password manager, all that stuff, because I believe in what they're doing, and I want people to have a tool that I know works the best. You can make a free account, all this stuff. I don't care if getting anything returned. I just want to put a tool in your hands that I trust and use on a daily basis, because if you lose your account on X, 9 possible to get it back.
Yeah.
9 possible to get it back. Proton Drive.
Yeah, because their AI support structure is complete ass.
It's shite.
Yeah. It's garbage.
It's basically non-existent. But links right there. Go with more information. You can make a free account. I don't care. All I care about is put it in your hands, and you finally have something that you can trust. Because again, I use it, and Proton, based in Switzerland, privacy, human right. That's what they believe. Privacy is a human right. So you believe in that? It's a good place to check out. Another thing, of course, now he was just in our chat earlier, but this is for Biltong USA. Now, if you are in Texas, right, if you're near a place called Sunset, Texas, they actually have their store there. They sell all the stuff of Biltong and whatnot, but what Biltong is a South African snack. It is an air-dried cured meat. So you can go to that link right there. It will show you front page what Biltong is, but they sell more than Biltong. They sell sweets and treats from the UK, all assortment of stuff. But the gentleman, King of Biltong, or his name is Anton. I've had him on before. Great dude. Him and his wife and his kids. It's a family business. It's a family-run business, and it's made here in America stuff, except the UK drinks and sweets. But like Biltong is a made in America. And I remember quite a few years ago, people were clamoring for more made in America stuff. Very, very family based and all that stuff. So again, you can use code DARA right there. We'll save you 10%. I am addicted to it, but I can't always afford it. So it is what it is.
That's always the rub, isn't it?
Yeah. I just want it's like with comic books, right? Like you want to help support it, but then your wallet's like,
oh yeah, I have to limit myself with the number of comics that I get. I have a very thin ice chopping block system that if after a couple issues I'm not enjoying something, all right, it's off my pull list. I'm not spending money on it anymore until I hear it got good again.
Listen, I have to pay the moth to come out of my wallet. All right, that's
Damn, that's rough. That's rough.
But I'm trying to save for a car. My car still works fine, but I'm trying to save for that inevitable change. So trying to do that, trying to be a responsible adult. But again, Biltong, family business. Again, if you're in Texas, because I think Caro is in Texas, or I think
in Texas as well.
Okay, but I don't know where Sunset, Texas is comparative in Texas. I'm not sure. I'm not a geographist, but that's where they're located. And again, great people make a great product. And if you've never had biltong before, I highly suggest it. But it's up to you. It's up to you.
All right.
So those are the only 2 things I promote. Quickly, there's nothing tomorrow. Look for next week's schedule on Sunday, because another full week ahead next week with either returning or new people. All great people get to have on next week. So look forward to that. And the last thing I do as my guest, and we'll quickly get through this, is something I call questions from Hat. But I have from Rumble questions inside. So what happens is that you, my guests, get 2 freebie questions. People could pay to have more questions pulled out, like the Rumble rants. I'm on YouTube, but I'm not monetized. So it is what it is. But quickly going through, so we got 2 there. Thank you, Neuro, for that. So that's 4 questions total. And nope, actually no, there was wrong. There was one from earlier by Roadkill. That's 3, so that's 5. So we'll get to that really quickly. So first question coming up, of course, is if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be with and why?
Ooh, oh gosh. That's a great question. There are a few. I think the most interesting would be Jesus of Nazareth.
Oh.
Like it'd be one of those things where like having foresight and then speaking with him while he's actually on the earth, you know, and alive, like where's your head at? What's going through the old noggin? How you feeling, bud?
Right.
Like you got stuff to do. How are we feeling about that, right? And like
Yeah.
having an actual face-to-face conversation, you know, it's one thing to read the book, it's
Yeah.
another thing to actually speak to the person directly,
Yeah.
right? On top of that, there are a ton of like older creatives that I would have loved to meet. I would have loved to meet J.R.R. Tolkien.
Oh.
Because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, and that would be super cool. There's a bunch, honestly, but
Oh yeah, I did not think that would be an answer, but you win that one. All right, you win that one. Next question is, if your pet could talk, what's the first thing they would say to you?
My pet?
Yes.
Well, I have a Great Pyrenees. He is a big floofy boy. And he is a lazy sack of potatoes outside of like 5 minutes each day. What would he say? Gosh, he'd probably say, "Why are you talking to me right now? Like, just let me sleep." If I'm being honest, he's kind of like me in that regards. Like when he wants to be around people, he'll be around people, but otherwise, I'm gonna kind of just do my own thing over here. Leave me the heck alone.
Or just lifts up his head while he's laying down looking at you, and just like, I know, man. I just go back to bed.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much like that. Yeah.
Question number 3: what's your favorite type of music?
Oh gosh, that's actually really hard. I listen to a ton of different music. I love alt rock. I love new metal. Like Linkin Park's best albums came out when I was in high school, so that should tell you about some of my musical taste. But I also love classic rock. You know? I love some Hall & Oates. I love a lot of jazz. I've grown to love K-pop. Because I liked a couple of songs that I had heard, on the radio and whatnot before. But over the course of actually creating a in-universe K-pop band for the Ripperverse for my comic, as well as then afterwards seeing the K-pop Demon Hunters film, I grew because of how many hours, dozens and dozens of hours I spent researching it and listening to different music. It's like, well, what's the difference between this type of K-pop and that type of K-pop and the different eras and decades and things like that? Like there's so much to it. It was a real deep dive that I did. Like looking into the history of it and all that. Like I grew to really genuinely enjoy it.
Wow.
And then I love like classic pop. I grew up when some of MJ's best albums were coming out as well.
Oh yeah.
So, I love a super wide variety of music. And then I like things like Dragon Force, right? Like my musical tastes are all over the place. Unless it's like mariachi, or like actual death metal, like actual death metal. I just can't. Like if the screaming, like the guttural screaming to actual singing ratio is 9-1, I can't
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah, if you're gonna blow out my ears, it's not music at that point.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Question number 4: what's your least favorite color and why?
Least favorite color? Gosh, probably yellow. And yellow, because it's hard to like think of yellow and not think of a school bus.
Yeah.
And also like I don't know, like black and yellow just reminds you of bees. I don't like that color combo particularly much. I like gold a lot, but I don't like yellow. Like yellow.
I like gold.
Like I like gold, but yeah, yellow. No, not so much.
But if you're talking about you talk about Linkin Park, and then you got Transformers. What about Bumblebee? That's yellow and black.
Yeah, and he's like that Camaro is a cool car.
Yeah.
I still don't like yellow.
Well, can't win them all, but that's
no. And older Camaros are cooler anyway.
Yeah, you probably won't like seeing the back. You probably won't want to go see the Backrooms then, because it's yellow.
Oh, okay.
It's yellow. You're gonna be like, Lord, please just get me out of here. Last question for you: what does a perfect vacation look like?
Perfect vacation would be with the lady, probably in Japan.
Oh.
And exploring there, exploring Tokyo at night, but also exploring some of the actual countryside and mountainside. I've been to Japan. I went to Japan my senior year in high school. I was there for a few weeks.
Wow.
Got to experience some really cool stuff, but I'd love to go back. So
never been, but one of the things I like to see before we head off is the vending machines. Oh my gosh, so many vending machines. Oh.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are.
Oh, you can get ramen here? What?
Ramen. You can get a great many things in vending machines.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're speaking.
That's
Listen,
they're doing them. They're doing them.
Hey, listen, it's recycled one way or another. All right, they're just.
Oh, that is a take. That is a take. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying, but anyway, but anyway. I'm sorry, that's just too funny. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Much appreciated. Thank you for those who are joining in on the Pay It Forward stream. Again, the people we stopped by, those names will be put out with the outro post later. Because again, Rumble does not have a good form of discovery, but at least they're trying to some regard. But also, of course, thank you to the big man himself, Mr. Andrew. Much appreciated, sir. And of course, you are always welcome to come back.
Thank you for having me on.
It's been an honor, and I could see what Caro is dealing with now. So,
what's that supposed to mean?
No, it's so good. It's so good. No, I just like I could see why there's such a friendship there with you guys. So
she bullies me. It's what her job is as
I can
effectively
see that.
my non-blood older sister is essentially what she is.
I can see that when she does like this, she's like, okay, I got it. Oh goodness. But anyway, guys, please, Lord, don't let there be a hand on him. But anyways, thank you all so much, and again, have a great weekend. And of course, I end the show. Oh, there might be a bit of a lag, so hold on a second. I end the show with a song I created. So we were talking about AI earlier. I have created poems in the past, a long time ago, of my own writing, and a while back, I used Claude to help with the song arrangement, and of course Suno to kind of create the song out. So this one is called "A Moment to a Lifetime," with those two things. So
let's hear it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, there we go. Thank you all again. Thank you all so much. Have a great weekend, and I shall see you next time. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
will make a lifetime. Give me a lifetime, and I will make something beyond recognition. Beyond recognition is a desire, a flame born of dreams forward. Yet dreams do not push beyond their scope. A recognition held back by reality. But reality's a dreaming way to come true, and be reality. So what do you wish? What is your desired reality? In truth, maybe not much. In truth, maybe it is. Only you can weave the dreams of wanting reality to form, and then, only then, will you create it. Give me a moment, just a single spark. Watch it catch and carry through the dark. Beyond what you can see, beyond what you can make. Every dream you're holding is a quiet flame. The world will tell you wait, the world will tell you no. But the river moves for those who let it flow. 'Cause reality is a dreaming way to come true, and be reality.